All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Hachodash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect. All right, what I'll be entitling this lesson is, yes, the plagues of Egypt are coming back, okay? And what inspired this lesson through the Spirit is this image, okay, that was published by a local news station here in South Florida. Okay, as you see on the screen, it says slow your roll, Florida. This week's schedule, Tuesday, earthquake. Okay, and that's in light of, what recently happened. There was an earthquake off the coast of Cuba and Jamaica, a 7.7 that happened in the Caribbean recently. Okay, and those countries, those islands were on tsunami watch. Okay, and the earthquake was so powerful that the tremors were felt here in Miami, okay, and there were certain buildings in downtown Miami that had to be evacuated, okay, because of how powerful the quake was, okay, and so that took a lot of people by surprise because Florida is not known for having earthquakes, okay, all right, and so in light of that event, Channel 10, okay, down here, put out this post, okay, put out this image, all right, and it says again, this week's schedule, Tuesday earthquake, Wednesday locusts, Thursday boils, and Friday fiery hail. Okay, and what that goes to show, all right, which the reason why they made this image, okay, is because people are starting to acknowledge that what's happening on Earth, okay, is of a higher power, okay, and not just any higher power, but the higher power, the God of the Bible, okay, all right, and so that's why this post was made, because when you read it, for the things Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, okay, it says locust boils and fiery hail. Okay, those are plagues that struck Egypt. Okay, all right. So people are starting to realize that the events, the catastrophes, the calamities taking place on earth, okay, are of a biblical proportions. Okay, and that's not to say that today, okay, which is Wednesday, tomorrow, and Friday, those events listed are going to actually happen. Okay, but that just shows you that these people's consciences are being revealed. Okay, all right, their consciences are starting to are starting to confess. Okay, and reveal to them that all these things taking place are of a higher power, man. Okay, and that's why people will say apocalyptic or biblical plague of this or that. Okay, like in Africa, you have the locust plague taking place, and they said it was of biblical proportions. Okay, why are they doing that? Because they're acknowledging, okay, that these events that are happening are of a higher power, and not only just any God, okay, or any higher power, but the God, the higher power, the only power of the Bible, man. Okay, and so that's why they're making statements like that. Okay, and that's why Channel 10 made this image. Okay, all right, and so with all of that being said, man, okay, we are at the end, man. Okay, and the plagues of Egypt are coming back. Okay. All right, they are coming back, man. The Lord is going to plague Egypt again, okay, which America is spiritually Egypt, okay, that great city Babylon, according to the book of Revelation, chapter 11, okay, that great city which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, okay, Babylon the Great is America, okay, this is that great whore, all right, by which all the nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication, okay, and America it fits the bill, man, okay, of Babylon the Great, man. All right, that great whore that has such global influence over all the nations, man. All the nations follow after the philosophies of America. Okay, the U.S. dollar is still the world reserve currency. Okay, all right. You have U.S. military bases all over the globe. Okay, the World Bank and the IMF and United Nations is located where? Okay, it's located in the United States. Okay, the two banks I mentioned are in Washington, D.C. All right, and the United Nations is located in New York. Okay. All right, so Babylon the Great is America, man. Okay, pushing all of its philosophies, its feminism, okay, its democracy, okay, all right, homosexuality, LGBTQ, XYZ agenda all over the globe. All right, this is Babylon the Great, that great city, man. Okay, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Okay, the reason why it's called Sodom, okay, is because of homosexuality that it pushes and it promotes. Okay, and the reason why it's called Egypt, all right, is because it had the Israelites. America was built up, okay, through the enslavement of the Israelites, okay, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, all right, and what do you have on the back of the dollar bill? A pyramid, okay, what do you have in Washington? A Washington monument, which is an obelisk, okay, all right, and various other things that go back to Egypt, man, okay, and the Lord is going to plague this new Egypt, okay, as he did plague the old Egypt as before, okay, which the scriptures tell you that, man. All right. And you're going to have things like locusts, man. You're going to have things like boils and plagues erupting on people's skin. You're going to have fiery hail. Okay, strange things like that are going to start happening here, man, amongst other things, man. And so that's what I want to go into in the scriptures, man. All right, I'm going to go through some precepts concerning the plagues that the Lord is going to bring, okay, to this place, man, which is this is something I love talking about, man, because, you know, it's really going to start putting fear in these people's heart when these average Americans, when they see things like this happen, man. All right, because these people, you know, for the most part, they relegate the things that are mentioned in the Bible as mere fairy tale or myth, okay, over exaggeration or hyperbole. Wait till the water begins to turn to blood, man. Okay. All right. Wait till there's darkness that it may be felt. Wait till they start seeing apparitions and large swarms of locusts, okay, plaguing their crops, man. Okay. Wait till those times come, man. All right. And it's going to be you ain't going to hear no peep or squeak from these scoffers, man. Okay. Because the Lord is going to confound them. All right, so with that, Lord willing, this video is edifying. I'm going to start here with 2 Ezra chapter 15. All right, and 5, it says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually." Okay, so the Lord said that he's going to bring plagues upon the world, man. Sword, famine, death, and destruction. And this is happening globally. The Lord is doing this, man. Okay. All right. You have people dying in mass numbers because of what? The coronavirus, man. Okay. All right. You have destruction taking place on earth as a result of natural catastrophes, natural disasters, so-called. Okay. You had your fires in Australia. Okay. You had your fires in the Amazon. Okay. You had your various wildfires all over the globe. You had heavy rains in Brazil that caused great flooding. Okay, you had floods over there taking place in Spain, man. Okay, storms. All right, you had the earthquakes. Okay, so that scripture is being fulfilled. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. You got food scarcity, food insecurity. All right, plaguing entire portions of the world, man. Okay, South America, Central America. All right, the Caribbean and Haiti. All right, Africa, the Middle East. Okay, all right. And you have the sword, man. Okay, people taking up arms against their government. Okay, threatening to kill their government, threatening to kill each other. Okay, wars and rumors of wars taking place, rumors of race wars and civil wars and unrest everywhere, uproars of the people. That's taking place, man. Okay, so those plagues are being brought upon the world, and it's for the wickedness of the people on earth. That's why these things are happening. Okay, this is not coincidence. Okay. No, man, this is all according to biblical prophecy, man. And the Most High is going to get his respect, man, at the end of the day. All right, because these things are going to get worse. Okay, these events are going to get more and more drastic and dramatic as the days go by. Okay, all right. And so the Lord is bringing this again. Why? Because the wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. This is the worst times ever. Okay, as far as wicked people living on earth, man. Okay, homosexuality is on the rise. Adultery is on the rise. Okay, all right. You have pedophilia. All right, you have witchcraft on the rise, man. Idolatry, okay? All right, it's just bad, man. Okay, it's terrible. All right, and the Lord is fed up. Okay, and the righteous men of Yahweh Shem Shai, the elected body of Yahweh Shem Shai, are crying unto the Lord, man. And so the Lord he's had enough. Okay, all right, he's getting to his boiling point, so to speak. All right, where he will no more hold his tongue no more, and he's just gonna start letting loose on this place, man. We're seeing the beginning stages of it, man. All right, best believe this is just the beginning of sorrows, man. We're getting to a point of no return, man. Okay, and things are gonna get worse, man. All right. So back at 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 9, it says, "And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them." So these things are happening because the Lord is fighting for his people, man. Okay, he's fighting for the just, man, amongst his nation, man. All right, he's avenging them by bringing this vengeance and these plagues upon the earth, man, because the elect are crying day and night unto the Lord to save them out of this place, man, crying and sighing because of all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. The same way the Israelites were in slavery in Egypt and they cried to the Lord, and the Lord sent Moses and began plaguing Egypt, man. Okay, that's the same way that the Lord is doing this whole world, man. Okay, and now going back to down to the part of Egypt. Okay, it says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them again with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and will smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." Okay, so the Lord is not going to suffer his people, all right, to dwell in this spiritual Egypt, man. Okay, which is Babylon, America. He's going to deliver his people by his mighty hand and stretched out arm, which is Yahushai. Okay, and he's going to smite Egypt, okay, with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof, man. Okay, which that lets you know that it's talking about Babylon the Great, man. Okay, all right, because ancient Egypt, all the land was destroyed thereof, man. Okay, you still had the pyramids and certain temples and monuments over there standing, man. The Lord said he's going to destroy this Egypt, man. Okay, all the land thereof, man. He's going to bring plagues upon it, man. So you can expect locusts and boils and fiery hail. Okay, you can expect darkness, man, that it may be felt, the apparitions. You can expect the rivers to be turned to blood. You can expect swarms of flies and lice, man. You can expect all of that, man. Okay, sudden death. All right, like he did with the firstborn of Egypt. You can expect stuff like that. Okay, because the Lord said he's going to bring it. All right, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, and for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation, man. Okay, so the Lord is going to smite Egypt with great plagues, man, and Egypt shall mourn, man. These people going to start displaying more and more depression and sadness and despair. Okay, unlike the pride that they walk around with now, man. Okay, especially these average Edomites too, man. Okay, and it says that the Lord will smite the ground of Egypt and their seed and their crop with blasting and hail and a fearful constellation, man. And the Lord has been plaguing America's crops, okay, with these different weather catastrophes, floods. Okay, you've had blizzards. All right, you've had hail. Okay, you've had fires. Okay, that the Lord has been bringing upon these different farmlands here in America. All right, and compromising the yield of their crops, man. Okay. All right, which that's been reported. That was reported 2019 and 18. That was happening heavy, man. Okay. All right. But it's going to get worse, man. It's going to get way, way worse, man. Okay. All right. And the Lord is not going to let up. He's not going to let up at all, man. Okay. So with that, I want to go to Exodus. Let's go to Exodus and read about the locusts, man. How the Lord really jacked the Egyptians up with some locusts. Okay. And locusts ain't something that you want, man. That's a terrible plague, man. All right, you can ask those Hamites over there in in southern Africa, man. You can ask them about that. Okay, this is Exodus chapter 10, verse 12. Okay, it says, "And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch out thine hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts, that they may come up upon the land of Egypt, and eat every eat every herb of the land, even all that the hail hath left. And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and the Lord brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts, and the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt, and rested in all the coast of Egypt. Very grievous were they. Before them there was no such locust as they, neither after them shall be such. For they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened. And they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees, which the hail had left. And there remained not any green thing in the trees, nor in the herbs of the field, through all the land of Egypt." Okay. All right. So the Lord plagued the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians, with a great plague of hail, man, that it covered the ground, man. They couldn't even see the ground that they were walking on, man. Okay. All right. And those locusts, man, plagued Egypt so bad. All right, there was never a plague of locusts like it before it, all right, or after it, man. Okay, and they ate all the things that the hail left. Okay, because the Lord plagued the Egyptians with hail, hail with fire mingled in it. Okay, and it really jacked up their crops, and I believe even their cattle. Okay, all right, but there were still some crops and different herbs and fruits that survived. Okay, so the Lord sent locusts upon them and cleaned it up, man. Cleaned it up real nice in Egypt, man. Okay, had Pharaoh begging Moses, okay, to pray to the Lord for forgiveness on his behalf, man. Okay, so let's go to Deuteronomy. Okay, I want to go to the book of Deuteronomy. All right, concerning pestilences. All right, Deuteronomy chapter 7. Deuteronomy 7 and 15. Okay. Deuteronomy 7 and 15, it says, and the Lord will take away from thee all sickness. All right. And the Lord is talking or speaking in reference to the Israelites, how he's going to take diseases away from them. All right. If they obey his laws, statutes, and commandments, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. Okay. All right. So the Lord said he's going to remove. All right. Or I would say he's going to take sickness away from us, okay, which the Lord is already doing that spiritually, man, by giving us this truth, okay, healing us spiritually and even physically. Brothers know about the herbs and things like that, reversing certain ailments, okay, all right, but this is in response to the Lord putting the spirit upon our people to wake up and to seek him, all right, and by that happening, the Lord is going to put the curses and the diseases that he put on us, all right, upon our enemies, man. Okay, the Lord has said that he's going to bring none of the evil diseases of Egypt upon us, but he's going to lay them upon them that hate us, man. Okay, so the Lord is going to start plaguing these people with diseases, man. All right, different diseases, man, unheard of type stuff, man. All right, and that may very well be what this coronavirus is going to be, man. That great epidemic, pandemic, man, that's going to wipe out thousands and tens of thousands of people, man. All right, and Lord willing, man, we're part of the elect, man. They shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Okay. All right. So let's go to the book of Revelation. Okay. Revelation chapter 16. This is Revelation 16 and Revelation 16 and 1. Okay. All right. Now these are different plagues that the Lord is going to allow the angels, all right, to let forth on the earth, man. Okay. All right. And they're very similar to the plagues of Egypt. Okay. This is Revelation 16 and 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth. All right. So the angels are in charge of this, man. The angels, the Lord has certain angels and spirits that he lets loose upon the earth, man, to execute his wrath, man. It tells you that in the book of Sirach, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image, man. Okay, so hey, when that chip comes out, people gonna be taking the chip and still catching all types of diseases. And that ultimate sore, okay, that grievous sore and noisome that the Lord is gonna bring upon them is the missiles, man. Okay, all right, and they're gonna be destroyed, man. And you see how that's similar to what the boils that the Lord brought upon Egypt, the pestilences, okay, the diseases that he brought upon them. Verse 3, it says, and the second angel poured out his vial upon the sea, and it became as the blood of a dead man, and every living soul died in the sea. And the third angel poured out his vial upon the rivers and fountains of water, and they became blood. And I heard the angel of the water say, thou art righteous, O Lord, which art and wast and shalt be, because thou hast judged thus. For they have shed the blood of the saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. Okay, so water supplies are going to become contaminated, undrinkable. Okay, they're going to become red as blood, undrinkable. All right, and that's the righteous judgment from the Heavenly Father for the wicked of the earth persecuting the prophets, man. Okay, all right. And I heard another out of the altar say, even so, Lord God Almighty, true and righteous are thy judgments. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. And men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of God, which had power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. All right, so expect more heat waves, okay, more fiery heat waves, more brush fires, wildfires, okay, upon the earth, okay, and in America specifically, okay, spiritual Egypt. All right. And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and upon his kingdom, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain, and blasphemed the God of heaven because of their pains and their sores, and repented not of their deeds. Okay, so expect great plagues of darkness, man. Okay, possible large-scale power outages. All right, where these people don't have access to utilities and electricity. All right, won't be able to cook have warm water, okay, run a washing machine, all right, use their cars, some of them, okay, use their cell phones, all right, have entertainment devices working, television, all of that's going to go away, okay, in some way, shape, or form, or to some degree in certain parts of this earth, man, okay, and in America, okay. And last but not least, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. All right, the plagues of the apparitions, okay. All right, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 19, and verse 2, okay. It says, for when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, that's the Egyptians oppressing the Israelites, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness and fettered with bonds of a long night, lay their exile from the eternal providence. All right, so the Lord plagued the Egyptians with darkness, man, okay, and they were pretty much trapped in their houses, man. All right, they were so fearful of the darkness that they didn't want to leave their houses. They didn't want to get up out of bed. All right, like they were hiding in corners for fear. All right, that's how thick the darkness was, man. Okay, and it felt like forever. For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. Okay, so they saw strange and horrific sights, man. All right, for horrific visions, monstrous visions, man. Hearing all types of noises, man. Seeing all types of scary faces, man. Okay, demonic and otherworldly visages. Okay. And they were horribly astonished and afraid, for neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear. So they were so afraid they hid in corners, man. Okay. But noises of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances. So they heard noises of water gushing and tidal waves and, you know, great sounds, man. And they were afraid, man. They saw heavy countenance, scary faces. Okay, terrifying looks, man. All right, in the darkness, man, just appearing and disappearing, man. Nor the power of the fire might give them light, so they tried to light fires to try to see through the darkness. They weren't able to. Neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible night, man. Okay, so the Egyptians were into astronomy, okay, tracking the stars and stuff like that. They weren't able to see the sky at night, man. Okay, the sun, moon, and the stars, they were not able to see. Okay, which they worshiped those heavenly bodies. All right, and the Lord confounded them. Okay, only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful. For being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight that they saw not. Okay, so they were just seeing things just happen, man. All right, one moment everything was quiet and calm, and it was just darkness. Next thing you know, it appeared as though they were in the midst of a giant fire, man. Okay, when nothing was even there. Verse 7, as for the illusions of art magics, all right, so you sorcerers and you magicians, you witches and wizards out there, all right, I think you're going to hocus pocus your way out of the Lord's judgment. Okay, they were put down, and their vaunting and wisdom was reproved with disgrace. For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at. Okay, all right, so those that had you know, knowledge of sorcery and witchcraft and you know, wizardry and all of that, mysticism, okay, that people would go to, all right, when they felt they were being plagued by certain spirits or had certain sicknesses, okay, those types of people, they couldn't do anything, man. They were themselves were plagued in the mind and in the body, man. All right. And that's what's coming, man. It's going to get to a point, man. These plagues are going to have such a powerful effect on this place, man. All right. Whether it be diseases, whether it be earthquakes, whether it be apparitions, whether it be just different calamities taking place, man. The people that these average citizens look to for help, like their politicians. OK. All right. Like their doctors and their scientists. OK. Their think tanks and their psychologists and their witches and warlocks, man, and their religious leaders, pastors, man. Okay, they're not going to be able to help them. Okay, all right, everybody's going to get judged and plagued, man. Nobody's going to be able to escape what's coming, man. All right, and so that's what's coming, man. The plagues of Egypt are coming back, man. Yes, the plagues of Egypt are coming back, man. So with that, Lord willing, this video is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachahodach, and double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, and salutations to all the Yakim out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in truth and sincerity. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. See you all. And with that, I want to say Shalom.